for some wrestling?
These videos are satiric reviews. You don't have to agree, but don't bitch about it. I hate this channel.
Hey there, I'm Social Injustice Warrior Infuso. And have I talked about Vince McMahon yet? I feel like his name had to have come up somewhere along the way in the last couple of years. Well, Vince McMahon is a madman. He's a man who is crazed with power. How else would you describe a man who made himself a focal point in his own company, gave himself the top prize, and personified a persona that was larger than life itself? Oh yeah, and he was also irresistible to women. This isn't a diss either. I mean, I love McMahon for it. He's just a nut. He's just a nut. Constantly trying to get his.
Oh, you gotta stay incognito. That's why I'm wearing the sweatsuit. But you are with the man with the plan, the man who, in Lithuania, as we film this, they're going insania. In the East Coast, mwah, my paisans love me the most, and out in the West, they know I'm the best. And that leads me to who you're asking me about here today, Vince McMahon. Oh my goodness, Vince McMahon is great. I mean, the guy is a genius, a visionary, third generation promoter, ran this operation all the way into the promised land of sports entertainment. I can't think of a single bad thing to say about him. I mean, not like I would. I mean, there isn't anything bad to say. By the way, wait, you are blurring this out, right? Oh, good. But you know, just in case. Maybe I should put my hood on, too.
This man booked himself into countless storylines with various divas over the years, despite being married both on and off screen to his real-life wife, Linda McMahon.
There was this one time I was flying over to China, and these two flight attendants were smoking hot. And I took them into the men's room and the bathroom there.
And today we're going to take a look back at some of Vinnie Mac's most infamous mistresses.
You're hired!
And what better way to start off this list-ish? Not really a list, kind of almost a list. Then with Vince's first, second love, Trish Stratus. In early 2001, Vince threatened his wife Linda with a divorce, which led to her being institutionalized, and for a time being made her a vegetable. But Vince wasn't too bothered by his comatose wife, as he began courting the relatively new Trish Stratus. And what followed was interesting to say the least. The chairman became infatuated with the much younger diva, kissing all up and feeling all up on her in front of his dead-eyed wife. That's a category on Pornhub, I'm sure.
You know, Valentine's Day is a very special day, Linda. I brought you these special Valentine's flowers. You know what? Allow me to give them to someone who will appreciate them.
You're so sweet. Thank you so much for the ride, Mr. McMahon.
Oh, no, Trish, thank you very much.
Come in.
Trish, I brought you a towel and a... Trish,
Thank you.
football's a little different. I mean, you bend over,
Okay.
and pick up the ball.
Okay.
Assume the position.
I've been bad. I've been really bad. In fact, I think that I've been so bad that I deserve a... I just want to say that I appreciate everything that you do for me. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Hey,
I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
no, as a matter of fact, Trish was just...
I can leave.
No. You have a very bright future. I think you have a very bright future.
With Trish. Oh no. Oh no, my God.
Yeah. Oh,
Does that
yeah.
feel?
That feels better. Oh, Trish, that's a little deeper.
It was a strange story that was only made that much stranger when Trish began having issues with the boss's daughter, Stephanie.
What's the matter? Did you get lost? You miss your dressing room with that big star and your name on it?
That. That's fine. I saw that. Thanks.
Yeah, you like that dressing room?
No.
Oh my God! Oh, look out!
Vince would turn on his fling in favor of his daughter, and had his employee William Regal beat her down, as Vince demeaned her on the mic. He'd follow this up by later making her strip down to her with an entire audience watching, and bark like a dog. And like a dog, she stayed at Vince's side, showing unrequited loyalty. Well, that was until WrestleMania X7, where she got her revenge by slapping the taste out of the boss's mouth.
Yeah, then The Rock told you you'd like to kiss tonight.
Well, if it's too good for Vince, I'll
You
take
like
his
that?
place.
The Rock's not a bad guy.
No.
Well, what are you waiting for, Vince? Go kiss that. Whoa, 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 whoa! What in the blue hell do you think you're doing, you sick freak? There is one that The Rock has chosen, especially for you.
What? Who is? Hey! Somebody! Oh, Lucifer's lips!
Later on that same year, Vince would set his sights on the newly debuted, not debuted, I got it, guys, thank you, Torrie Wilson.
Aren't you?
Torrie Wilson from WCW.
In a short-lived story that would see the old man lust after Torrie in plenty of backstage segments. I don't remember what the exact outcome of the story was, but for some reason these moments are etched into my brain, and no amount of therapy can dig them out. I have tried.
My contract with WCW it's just about up, and I thought maybe we could go over a contract for WWF.
Torrie, I have to say you were nothing short of magnificent.
Thank you, Mr. McMahon.
I forgive you for not being able to make this weekend, but Torrie, how badly do you want to be a WWF?
Oh, bad.
Just how badly you really...
How bad? You know how bad.
Oh, I do I? And I think one day you're going to be a huge WWF superstar.
Yeah?
How badly do you want to be a WWF superstar?
Oh, bad.
Really?
Did I mention you look so much better in person? Oh my gosh. Mr. McMahon, you are such a genius.
Why don't we just find out? Yeah.
I'll go get us some coffee.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
I'll be back in a little while.
Thank you very much.
It also wouldn't be the last time that she was put into this role, but more on that in a second. I think what I find most interesting about this specific storyline is that Torrie has recently said in interviews that during the backstage segments in which Vince McMahon was, well, for lack of a better word, being Vince McMahon, his wife was off to the side, reassuring Torrie that it was okay, and to really just go with it. Man, that is just really unsettling, actually. That's... Oh, that poor girl.
Jacket looks pretty hot. What about this shirt?
Oh,
A little
Torrie.
tight?
Yeah, you're aggressive. I like that. Oh, yeah. Oh, Torrie. Oh, yeah.
Brown, keep your eyes closed.
This is not what it looks like. You don't trust me? You don't trust me?
The following year, he takes Stacy Keibler on as his secretary and assistant.
You see, Stacy's a model employee.
And while it wasn't exactly a romance angle, it was kind of lightly hinted at, if anything. It was just kind of somewhat suggested. It was clear that in storyline, Vince saw her as a current conquest.
But, is it true that you now own everything?
Actually, Stacy, that is true. I do now own everything.
Both of us. Maybe we both need a microphone. So would you mind, like, getting one more?
Let me get the door.
No.
You know, Vince, that, just for the record, that kiss that Tess gave for me, that meant nothing. I was just having a lot of fun. I was just fooling around. You know that, right? I want a match with Trish Stratus.
You will provide protection, will you not, Reverend?
If his constant investment in her and her well-being wasn't enough, his reaction to someone else being interested in his assistant sure did prove that point.
Hi, Randy Orton.
You most certainly are Randy Orton. Why don't you take that sweatshirt off? Put it right here on my hip.
You think that Stacy wouldn't want a young stud?
Oh!
Hey!
Vince, thank God you're here!
Who the
Yes,
hell?
you did.
This is gratitude? Tryout match tonight? It's gonna be against Hardcore Holly.
And who can keep her satisfied all night long?
You think I'm an old man?
Oh boy. Triple H won.
But credit to Vince, I don't recall him slobbering all over this one. So good on him. Good, you know, he held back a little bit. That's good. The following year, Sable would make a shocking return to the WWE and take over Stacy Keibler's position as Vince's assistant, and Trish's role of being his
Oh my goodness, you look fine tonight, Sable.
All the way down here are these beautiful, beautiful long stems.
Linda, I want you to meet Sable. Sable, this is my wife, Linda.
Linda, you can kiss your man goodbye. Just like this.
Each other.
I'm offering my services in Mr. McMahon's corner.
That really doesn't surprise me because the way I hear it, you offer your services very freely to anyone.
This tiny little waist and ooh, these voluptuous.
Oh, I want you, Sable. Oh, wait a minute. Sable, hold the phone. I've got wood.
The company would even rehash the Trish storyline further when Sable feuded with Stephanie McMahon.
I've hired you a new assistant.
I do not need a new assistant.
Well, the hell you don't. You've got one now, whether you want it or not. I want you to meet your new assistant, Sable.
A disrespectful little.
Long simmering feelings and emotions exploded here.
My God.
Wait a minute. No. Stop this. No. Stop it. No. It's your daughter, damn it.
A feud which consisted of catfights and parking lot brawls. Oh good, that seems necessary. The story also, of course, consisted of Vince McMahon not keeping his hands to himself, which is allegedly why Sable left the company in the first place, but you know what, I'm not gonna go there. I'm not gonna go there.
And what did Sable sue for? Sue you, sue me? She sued us for sexual harassment.
While this run is usually typically forgotten, I'm sure this run holds a very near and dear place close to Sable's heart, as this is where she met her future husband,
Brock Lesnar!
You were great.
Later in 2005, a faction was formed between Candice Michelle, Torrie Wilson, and Victoria. They were initially known as Ladies in Pink, but would rebrand to Vince's Devils, an obvious take on Charlie's Angels. The team were very openly flirtatious, to say the least, with their boss, and seemed to enjoy his attention. They used his obvious attraction to them to manipulate Vince and increase their value in the company. And this group didn't really last long, but for some reason those Vince segments felt like they went on forever.
Here, Torrie, looking mighty fine. But Candace, what a nice star that is, and you've got your little wand, and me, I've never seen a tattoo that small before, though.
I have a really nice tattoo, too.
You have one as well, Candace?
Yeah. You want to see?
Well, sure. Yeah, but,
Look.
oh my God.
You want to see mine?
Well, sure. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, Candace.
I think that I have the best assets.
Oh, is he ever enjoying Raw? Maybe enjoying more than Raw.
Can do this.
So nice of you to surprise me like this and join me here. Oh, yeah.
After that came an angle which showed Melina turning on her friend McFoley and siding with Vince McMahon. And even after that storyline dropped, it did provide us with this moment a little bit later.
Coach, Melina,
It's pretty clear.
she cannot be my daughter. Oh my God.
That's disgusting!
If it turns out that I'm your daughter, I'm gonna take you for every cent that you have.
I mean, she started off with John Morrison, she was allegedly with Batista. Why not go to Vince? Seems like the natural progression of things to me. There was also the 15th anniversary of Raw, where it was insinuated that Vince had with the vast majority of his former employees. A segment which I can only imagine dirt sheet websites ate up.
Let me bring out some of those people that you have loved. Melina.
I did not have for that woman.
Sonny. I think you know Mae Young.
You gotta be kidding me! Mr. McMahon and Mae Young.
It was at Moolah's funeral, and I had a little something to drink. I mean, I just dusted the cobwebs off, and I was thinking of your mom.
Any WWE employee Mr. McMahon attempted to love, please come to the ring now. Pat Patterson, that doesn't surprise me.
Plus, there was the time that Vince wanted to reveal that he was the father of his daughter Stephanie's newborn baby. That was a thing that happened. What else can you say about that?
Mr. McMahon, I just want to tell you how much you inspire me.
Wow.
There's even that close call with AJ Lee.
Another man who made a proposal to me earlier tonight.
It's not that kind of a proposal. It's a business proposal.
And there was that other close call with the Funkadactyls.
Me and my girl Naomi thought you were the coolest cat around.
I'm just saying those situations could have gone an entirely different route. You just never know with Vince. I want to make it clear, this video is all in jest. I mean, I'm not attacking Vince McMahon, and that's mainly because the guy wouldn't sell for me regardless. Let's be honest. So I hope you enjoyed this trip back down memory lane, because we know at least one person did.
It's me! What? It's me! It was me! All along! Oh, son of a...
Hold on one second. We take a break. Oh, that's good. Hey, did you see me in Tough Enough? Pretty amazing, right? You know what? I just so happen to have... here's me in the WWE magazine right there. Yeah, that's me. And, I mean, I just so happen to have it too. Here's a newspaper article I was in featured. Yeah, all the dirt sheets picked that up.
Well, let me tell you something, brother. You're watching the social injustice warrior, V Infuso's channel, dude. So if you like the words that came out of his mouth hole, and you too want to become a V-tard, don't forget to like and subscribe, and click that little bell icon to get updates and notifications. Ooh, tell him what up, Mach. Ooh, yeah. Follow the man on Twitter, yeah, because we all know it's not stalking if it's on the internet, yeah. Join the madness by joining the Discord, and if you have a moment of time and a free $1 to spare, head over to the SIJW's Patreon, dig it, where you can request videos, get exclusive videos, and early access to content, yeah. Or go down to PayPal, where you can buy the shirts, brother. But most importantly, just remember, if you're not tuning in, then you're missing out.
You know, I met Vince once, and I looked him dead in the eye. Shoot straight, right in the eye. Next day I wake up, my pythons grew 2 inches. 2 inches on my biceps.